with Sherry. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
I'm doing great. Now, your title here is a mouthful. Who are you with?
Okay, I'm with CIEE, which is the Council on International Educational Exchange.
All right. And when they contacted me, they were like, would you like to have an exchange student come live with you for a year? So I emailed them back and said, no, not me personally, but we can talk about it. Do people, I mean, how often does this happen?
Well, actually, that's kind of how I got started with this company. Last year, I was asked the same question by someone, and we talked about it, my husband and I, and we have 2 younger children, and we were like, you know, it might be really neat for our girls to have an older sister for a little while, and you know, it's not a big commitment, 10 months, so if something was to happen, y'all didn't click exactly, it's only 10 months, you know.
Only 10 months?
Yeah.
Wow, that's only 10 months. That's a big deal. All right, so how old was the student you had?
She had turned 16 while she was here.
16.
So she was 15 in the beginning. She stayed 10 months. She was from Germany. Wonderful experience. I mean, just my kids, we all squalled when she left. That was probably the most difficult thing during the whole thing, is actually when she left.
I imagine you stay in touch. And
oh, yeah, we Skype and Facebook. Planning on going to Germany next year to visit her. So,
are most of the students from other countries?
They are. There are 1,400 students that need to be placed every year throughout the U.S.
Goodness.
55 different countries, and you can actually choose which country you would like a student from. The options are there for you. You can choose the gender, the country, the age. Yeah, you basically, once you go through a real quick application online, you can start seeing profiles of the children.
Wow.
So, I mean, you get a real good feel for their personality. They write you a letter to their prospective host family. There's a letter from their parents, hobbies, interests. I mean, it's, you know, it's really like a little adoption for 10 months.
I would imagine that. Now, one of the questions, I mean, what about the language barrier? Is that a problem?
No, they come fully equipped with English language. I mean, we didn't have any problem like that. Like I said, this is our 2nd year hosting, and all of them are required to communicate in English, yes.
What about cost, if anyone's interested in doing that?
The cost is really minimal. Basically, all they need is somewhere to sleep, a bed. They are even allowed to share a room if it's within 4 or 5 years of the other children in your house. And just somewhere to study. They come with their own insurance. They come with their own spending money. So, you know, 3 meals a day. If they choose to buy lunch at school, they usually pay for that. So, I mean, it's really minimal. And you get a $50 a month tax credit, too, for hosting.
Well, I'm glad you had such a great experience.
Yeah.
Now, how can people contact you to find out more information?
You can contact me with my cell. It's 256-361-5063.
All right. Well, congratulations. I guess you do this every year now?
Well, yeah, I'm hooked. Yeah, like I said, last year was our 1st year, and then I decided to become, I am a local coordinator because I had such a great time. My husband, my kids, my daughter, they're already talking about next year's student. This year's student hasn't even gotten here yet. So.
Well, good. Well, sounds like that worked out well. So if you have any questions, that's something you want to do, you can contact Sherry, and she'll be happy to fill you in on more details. All right. Thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we had fun at the Chick-fil-A Jessica Elkins Memorial Walk, I guess you can say, for meningitis. Couldn't think of the word. But we're going to go to that video, hopefully finish that up, and we'll be back in just a moment.